Wow, that was the voice of a Golden Globe Award winner, Screen Actors Guild Award winner for his role as Dexter Morgan in Dexter. Welcome him back to the show. It's been some years, have to be.
I know it.
The one and only, now I can say iconic, Michael C. Hall is here.
He's back, baby.
What's up?
Man. Oh, great response.
He taking it light.
Yo, it's funny when you listen to the dialogue in Dexter now, like you could put some slow music behind that and it almost sounds like porn, right?
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Well, I think for him, that's how he got off.
Yeah, right? Yeah, man. How you been? What's been up, bro?
I've been good. Finished Dexter, gosh, like 4 or 5 years ago now. Moved back to New York. I've been doing a lot of stuff on stage, some musicals, did that Bowie musical, and just did this thing in the UK. And
how was that Bowie musical?
It was amazing. He was a part of the rehearsal process. He was there. I think his last public appearance was on our opening night in New York, and it was like the most humbling experience of my life, I think, to breathe life into that musical and that character and be a part of what turned out to be, his last flourish of creative output. It was incredible.
What was your personal interaction like with him?
I met him, the first time I met him was in the East Village apartment of our musical director. And I already technically had the job, but I hadn't met him yet. And he came over, and the next thing I knew, I was singing 7 of his songs to him that I'd be singing in the show. And I had to turn off a part of my brain to get through it, but it was amazing. And he was, he's a guy who could definitely, if he wanted to, lord over his rock god iconic status. But he actually managed to diffuse it. He would just look you in the eye and I don't know. He had a real kindness about him, and was able to kind of put me at ease enough that, I was able to actually get myself together and sing those songs.
Yeah.
One of the best moments of my life, I think, was when I sang the first song, "Where Are We Now?" I got to the end. He was like in my peripheral vision, and I heard these oohs, and I looked, and he was like singing the backing vocals.
He started duetting with you?
Yeah, he was just kind of, listening and singing, and I thought, okay, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay.
Wow. Did he critique your singing at all?
He was very complimentary. He had some things to say in terms of phrasing, and maybe where he was coming from when he wrote certain lyrics for the original songs for the show. But for the most part, he left me alone. Or if he had things to say, he said them through other people.
Wow, man. He said them through other people.
Yeah.
Mr. Bowie says.
Through the director.
Through the director.
Yeah.
That's great, man. I'm glad you had that experience.
Yeah.
I'm a big David Bowie fan, man. So I didn't get a chance to see it, though.
Yeah.
But maybe you'll do it again.
Yeah, maybe. They actually shot a video. Properly shot it. And they showed it in Brooklyn to an audience of like 3,000 people like a week ago. And the band played it live, maybe that'll happen more. Maybe they'll show the movie version more. But it's a wild piece.
It's a wild piece.
They've also got the art installation down at Broadway and Lafayette, where they got all the David Bowie imagery all over the subway station. They were giving away, putting out David Bowie Metro cards for people. So it was pretty cool to see. I think it's still there right now. I saw it the other day. And
then the traveling exhibit is in Brooklyn now. The all this sort of interactive exhibit with all the stuff he wore and journal entries, and it's an amazing thing.
Yeah. Wow, congratulations, man. I'm happy for you, bro, to have that experience.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Listening to you talk, just your opinion then, do you think icons know that they're icons?
Yeah. They must. David Bowie must have recognized. There's some story that Ricky Gervais tells, where they're exchanging emails because he was a fan of The Office, and he's like, how's life? And he's like, well, I'm a rock god, so that's pretty cool. So he obviously had a sense of humor about it. But yeah, if you spend your life with arenas of 50,000 people in the palm of your hand for 25 years, you probably it's got to rub off.
Yeah, yeah.
But we've heard some artists who also proclaim themselves to be like icons and legends before they've even sold anywhere near the Beatles or, like Michael Jackson or somebody like that.
It's like giving yourself a nickname, Other people nickname you.
Sway's T-Bone.
It's really just a nickname, not an official status.
You can call me the Force.
So then, Michael, how do you see yourself then? Because, like with Sway's intro and he recognized you as a legend, is that easy for you to receive, or do you still see yourself on the climb?
I mean, it's a pretty heady thing. I mean, I definitely feel like I have more to do, but it's a heady thing to hear somebody, even like half seriously say such a thing. I mean, I definitely think with the TV stuff that I kind of started catching those TV waves at a time when TV was emerging as this, thing that it now is recognized to be, the golden age, or maybe it's the platinum age now. It's been going on for a while, but being part of shows that are definitely iconic is a part of that. Yeah.
Michael C. Hall. I'm gonna just keep saying his name.
You keep saying Hall. No, because we were out in the hallway chopping it up and talking, and I was going back to ask him another question, but then I heard him like saying something in Spanish maybe on your phone.
Really?
Yeah, like you were looking at your phone and you were repeating some words. I don't know if you were talking to anyone or rehearsing some lines.
I think I was. You know what? I'm like an old man. My thumbs. I can't. I like the audio dictate my text messages, and maybe when I speak really softly, it sounds like I'm speaking Spanish.
I was like, maybe he's working on another project and he's rehearsing, because I heard you say something and it sounded really fluid. I was like, yo, do you just rehearse everywhere, anywhere?
Yeah.
You get quiet time.
No, I was just. I think I was
dictating phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Texting my wife.
Okay, yeah, you're checking in. You gotta check. I'm with Sway. I got proof. You want to hear him? Man, Michael C. Hall is here. He's also the executive producer of the new series premiering today on Netflix called Safe. We're gonna talk about that and everything else you want to know from him. 888-742-3345. It's one of my favorite David Bowie songs, bro. Man, sing along if you like, man. All right. Oof. Gotta love a great trailer.
Yeah,
that's the trailer to Safe. That's premiering today, right?
Yeah.
On Netflix. Michael C. Hall's here. He's the executive producer. He plays Tom, who's a widowed father of two teenage daughters. One of the daughters goes missing.
That's right.
And then in the process, you start finding out more and more about the people closest to you. Your wife in this in Safe died of cancer. Right?
That's right. Yeah.
All right. And I was thinking, because I've dealt with cancer in my family. I know you have too. Were you able to play in this role? Were you able to pull from that at all?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah. I, the bed set up in the room. It was creepy. It was chilling. Revisiting memories. I mean, there's been a lot of, maybe more than my share of cancer in my family.
Yeah.
I had a bout with it, years ago, and. Yeah, I was definitely able to draw on that. It's always available.
Isn't that because our family members dealing with it now, and it's like 2018. I remember being a youth, in my in the 70s, and didn't understand what was going on, and it not amazes me and that I'm impressed by it, but I'm shocked that that the rate of cancer victims is still steadily rising.
Yeah. Well, it says something. It must say something about the lives we live and the environment we're in and the stuff that we're consuming. Or yeah.
But so Tom is it kind of like it's a mystery almost?
Yeah, it's like a mashup. I think of it as a mashup between a family drama and a thriller. It's like a family drama that gets hijacked by a thriller story. And it was fun to play a regular guy. After doing Dexter, all that, he's like an everyman. He's, crazy things are happening to him, not inside him, and playing an Englishman was a cool challenge. I was surrounded by British actors. We shot it in Manchester in the UK, and so that was fun and a little scary, but it's good to be a little scared.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Did you get to hang out with any of the the grind artists like Stormzy? Did you meet Stormzy, or did you? I know you had a bout with Skepta, right?
Yeah, this was when Lazarus was starting in London. Bowie's album Black Star was nominated for this award, and they had artists performing songs from the nominated albums, and I, with the band from Lazarus, performed that song.
Yeah.
And Skepta was on the bill, and his album actually won. But I became a fan of his. Wow. There.
Michael C. Hall, he's a grime head.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
From way back.
Yeah.
And he a Kendrick head too. We were talking about this the off air, Sway. He was saying how he loves Kendrick, he loves Run the Jewels, so got some good things on his playlist.
Yeah.
Run the Jewels, kid.
Yeah.
You hardcore. You gotta start hanging out with me, Mike. What you doing, baby?
I wanted to ask you because we had Ralph Macchio here the other day, and he's known for playing the Karate Kid, and he's probably going to be known as that for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I want
which
to
is
see that YouTube.
the Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing at all. Many fans. But I think at one point he discussed how when you get known for just one role, there comes a point where you're like, can I just do anything else that will get me a little bit more notoriety or as much as I did for that one thing? Did you ever feel that way while playing Dexter or after the fact?
I mean, I knew playing the title role in a show that was going to get a lot of attention, playing a character that extreme, that I was probably going to be, if it went well, contending with that. And I am, but I don't wish it away. I definitely hope that moving forward, I'm able to amass a body of work that people are at least somewhat aware of. So like they'll see a mountain and there's like Dexter at the top, but then there's other little peaks,
Tom will
as
be in
opposed
there.
to just one hill. Yeah, Tom's like right there,
Tom.
He's working his way up.
Tom working his way. David
Fisher. Yeah.
6 feet under.
Yeah, he's on that range.
He's in there too, right?
But yeah, it'll probably be in the first paragraph of my obituary if somebody writes one. Maybe the first sentence. Maybe it'll just be like, Dexter is dead.
Oh, here lies Dexter.
All right, we got we got Alicia on the line from San
What up,
Diego.
Alicia?
Good morning, Alicia.
Alicia.
Good morning, everybody. Long-time listener, fifth-time call-in, and I love
Okay.
Dexter.
Oh, thank you.
Michael C. Hall's here too.
I'll tell him.
I have a quick question for Michael.
Okay.
How is it transitioning from TV to stage, and then also behind the scenes and working as the executive director, and all of that? How do you handle all of that at one time?
Well, as far as going to stage goes, that's where I started, so it really felt like coming back home, and like I did Hedwig and the Angry Inch, that sort of glam rock musical, and that was kind of therapeutic. It was like I performed a Dexorcism, like playing a transgender rock star. It kind of got a lot out of my system. So I would say coming back to stage was has been therapeutic. As far as like being an executive producer on Safe, I mean, that's really about me having like literal ownership of the show. And I think, I definitely, my creative input is welcomed and even encouraged. And I mean, the best thing when you're filming is it just allows you to get people on the phone,
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
If I have a concern and I wanna weigh in, people are ready to listen to me.
They have to.
That's nice.
Yeah, they have to. Hey, Alicia, thank you for your question. Fifth-time caller.
Thank you.
All right. How long you been listening, by the way, Alicia, to the show?
Since you started, I've had Sirius since it came out.
Oh, snap. So we came on
Okay.
board. What year did we come, Heather?
2012,
11,
11,
2011.
July. Yeah.
So
Wow.
she's got in 5 times, and how many years is that?
7.
7 years. Okay, you about a year and a quarter of a year
Yeah.
average. Yeah,
Almost annual.
yeah, that's pretty good, man. Thank you, Alicia. You're a super citizen.
A sway in a super morning
Okay, Maryland. We got Marlon from Maryland on the line. Go ahead, Marlon.
from Maryland.
Hey, what's up, Sway?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Have you ever considered playing Batman? Because you'll be the best Batman ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me who to talk to. Yeah.
I can see that.
I love Batman. Dexter was kind of Batmanish.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he had like a double life. He didn't exactly have a utility belt, but he had tools.
Yeah.
But you did
He
voice
took out the bad guys.
you voiced Batman in the Justice League.
Oh yeah, there was that alternative universe animated thing where Batman was a vampire.
Right.
And yeah, I did that
So you kind of got to play it a little bit.
a little bit.
Didn't feel bad.
I didn't have to dress up as Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could have, but no one would have seen it.
Yeah.
That
So
might have
that's
been weird.
that's the big draw, though. You want to put on the
Yeah,
Batman
man, I
suit?
want to wear that suit. tell your friends about me.
Oh, I like that. Michael C. Hall. I like that. We're going to put that out there.
His audition tape.
That's his audition tape.
That was strong.
Hey, man, it's great to see you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too, man.
Man, I'm glad you continue success, man. Following
you.
your passion.
Thank you.
You know, gave up on the law thing years ago, right?
Oh, yeah, that was just a smoke screen.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling people that so that they'd stop asking questions.
Okay, that's smart, man. That's what's up. Michael C. Hall, man. Make sure y'all support. Check it out. It's out today. Safe on Netflix. He's the EP and the star. So check
All
him
8
out.
episodes are up right now.
All 8 episodes, okay?
Binge it.
Support this man. All right, anything else in closing?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Thank you. All right. All right, we got coming up next, DB.
Nico Santos.
All right, Shade 45.